Yo, what is good, Jets Nation? Welcome back to Jets Media. This is Richie, and in this video, we're going to be breaking down Breece Hall's rookie profile. As you guys know, I have a whole series here on Jets Media where I break down each individual 2022 rookie for the New York Jets. I already made videos on Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, and Jermaine Johnson. Next up is indeed Breece Hall, and then look out for videos on Jeremy Ruckert, Max Mitchell, and Michael Clemens coming out soon on this channel. So before we hop into Breece Hall, I just want to mention, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm nearing on 12,000 subscribers, which is pretty crazy, so help me get that goal, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys. If you're enjoying the show as well, please make sure you hit that like button, and check me out over on Instagram and Twitter at nyjets_media if you want to check me out over there. So with that being said, let's get right into the rookie running back, Breece Hall out of Iowa State. Now, before we get into all the strengths and his weaknesses and all that great stuff, let's talk about what Joe Douglas did in terms of drafting him. First of all, for those guys that are not aware, Joe Douglas tried to trade back into the first round for Breece Hall. Yes, after he already traded up for Jermaine Johnson. So Joe Douglas was trying to come away in this draft class with 4 first-round picks. So that tells you how much Joe Douglas and his team valued Breece Hall as a running back to be on this offense. So luckily for the New York Jets, he did not go in the first round, and come day number 2 in the New York Jets trade up to get him. They go up above the Houston Texans. They burn a 5th rounder to make sure they get the best running back in the NFL draft, in my opinion, in Breece Hall. So absolutely love the aggression from Joe Douglas. We have so much capital based on all the trades that he's done for the past couple of years to be able to be aggressive, to trade your assets to get the guy that they really love. And the fact that they go out there and get a player in Breece Hall to a position group that you weren't really thinking was a huge need. I think all of us Jets fans wanted to draft a running back in the draft, but more like round 3, 4, 5. Nobody thought Breece Hall would actually be a Jet, even though we all obviously wanted him because he is such a great player. But me personally, going into the draft, I just never really thought Breece Hall was going to be an option until round number 2. We were live on the channel for the draft, and I saw that the Jets traded up, and I was thinking to myself, what is Joe Douglas about to do? Everyone's thinking Nakobe Dean. Most people are thinking defense, linebacker, safety. I'm like, I have a feeling Joe Douglas is about to get a weapon for Zach Wilson. And that's exactly what he does by getting Breece Hall. So crazy job from Joe Douglas, making sure he gets his guy in the 2nd round. Absolutely home run pick, in my opinion. So let's get right into him as a player. He's got a lot of strengths. I mean, wow, Breece Hall lit it up in his 3 years at Iowa State. So the first strength I want to break down is he's a 3-down back. Now, he's a workhorse. This is a guy that has a lot of, experience at Iowa State, being a 3-down back, getting the ball on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down, just being the workhorse, being the leader of that offense, being the best player on the field for that entire team for this entire career at Iowa State, to be honest. He just has the experience of being the go-to guy on an offense, which I think is a really good sign for him to translate into the NFL game. Another strength, which is my favorite part of it all, is he's a home run hitter. He can score from any part of the field. He can take the ball to the house whenever the ball is in his hands, whether that's an 80-yard touchdown, a 30-yard touchdown, or just getting a bunch of chunk yardage. He's a player that has blazing speed, amazing vision, to the fact where if you look at his college tape, there's countless times where he broke off touchdowns for a long time. Actually, look at the stat to back it up. 5 touchdown runs from 75 plus yards. Are you kidding me? In his career at Iowa State, 5 different times he took it to the house from 75 yards. That is ridiculous. That is called being able to score at any point of the game. Robert Saleh always speaks on explosives, whether that's on offense getting explosive plays or defense limiting explosive plays. Because when you're an offense and you're able to, score fast and not having to have a traditional, clock managing drive where you're just like first down, which is a good thing. You want to be able to have an offense that can do that. But here and there, if you can, get a home run play like a Breece Hall 75-yard touchdown run, that's only going to help out your offense. So expect Breece Hall to have at least 1 or 2 of those in his rookie season for sure. I think this is his best strength when it comes to his play style as a running back, is his vision. When the ball's in his hands and he has some space to work with, his vision is elite, man. He just has a feel to know where to go with the football, where he sees the blocks, he's reading it, and like his mind processes things so quickly where he just puts his foot in the ground and knows exactly where he needs to go with the football and knows where to, hit the holes. And that is just tremendous vision, which is why he was so successful in Iowa State. His speed, he ran 4.39 at the combine. I mean, it's a sub 4.4 speed for a running back. He has everything you would want in a running back position. position in terms of his combine, his athleticism, everything. You know, his speed is next level, which is what you want to see. His balance is also tremendous. He has the ability to, you know, break tackles, keep his balance upright, not go down from the first hit, being able to create yards after contact, which is a great sign from a running back. Another thing is his catch ability out of the backfield. This is a really huge plus for Breece Hall. You want to be able to have a running back that can do it all. You know, Michael Carter is that exact player as well that can catch the ball out of the backfield for those screen passes or even run some routes. You saw Breece Hall have a one-handed catch here. That's pretty crazy. He definitely has those hands, so it's awesome to see that he has some catching ability. He's also elite in the second level. When you get Breece Hall out of the, you know, trenches, right, when he gets through into the second level where he's one-on-one with a defensive back, he is pretty much untackleable, especially in college. You know, he just makes safeties or defensive backs look silly out there, just making them miss out. Like, it's pretty much impossible to tackle Breece Hall if you're a safety or a defensive back and he's running at you for full speed and you're backpedaling. He's going to break your ankles. So he is absolutely elite when he gets in that second level. And then the last thing is definitely making people miss in the open field. If you give Breece Hall some space to work with, if you give him the ball in open space, whether that's even the pass game for Zach Wilson to make sure he gets the ball to him for a screen pass, or if it's just a run play and the offensive line does their job and he has some space to work with, he is absolutely next level. He makes people miss in the open field with ease. So that's all the strengths. And another quick strength that I had to bring up is he has the record for 24 straight games with a rushing touchdown or a touchdown in college football history. So he obviously was very productive at Iowa State and broke that record, which is definitely something I had to bring up. Now, getting into some of his weaknesses, the first weakness, which is not a glaring weakness, right? And when I say this is a weakness, I do think that he's going to be able to succeed at this at the next level, but this just is not a strength. So I had to put this on the weakness, is his pass protection. He's not the best running back to be able to pick up defenders and block for the quarterback, even though there are some flashes of him doing that at Iowa State where you see that he could become a really good run blocker or a pass blocker rather for the quarterback, because that's what you want in the running back position. Michael Carter, in my opinion, is definitely a better pass protector at the running back position, but hey, I'm not complaining. I do think that he's going to be able to be a solid pass protector at the next level. Another weakness that I have is that he had a very huge workload in college. So the reason why I bring this up is, you know, is there going to be wear and tear in his body? Is he going to be able to maintain the workload at the NFL? Now, the good thing is he's not going to have the workhorse mentality with the Jets. They're going to be doing a running back by committee. He has Michael Carter to split carries with. So it's not like he has to take 30 plus carries per game. So the only reason why this has a weakness is he had 3 straight years in college you know, playing a lot of football. So there's a lot of wear and tear on his body. So let's hope that he can stay healthy and stay on the field because there's definitely some wear and tear on those legs. Another weakness is his shiftiness to avoid being tackled in a crowded backfield. So if he gets the ball and there's not really a lot of holes, you know, it's really hard for Breece Hall to find his space. And I feel like that's any running back. It's really hard to find weaknesses in Breece Hall's game. So I really had to watch film to see what he did not really do elite at. So his shiftiness to be able to avoid tackles when he's in the backfield where he gets the ball and he's like 2 or 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage and there's not really anywhere to go with the football. You know, you can't really expect a running back to break free for a 5 to 7 yard gain if there's not good blocking, but there definitely is some times where shiftiness is not as good as you expect when there's not a big blocking hole for him when he does get the ball. And then another thing that he needs to do is play a little faster in the NFL, right? We see that he has 4.39 speed, but he might need to speed things up at the next level, because when you're in college, you're just basically, when you're at that level, you're more athletic than everybody else, you're faster than everybody else, and the game is slower for college football athletes. So the game in the NFL, it's going to speed up. So he needs to be able to speed up to the game, and I'm expecting him to do that right out of the gate, because the one thing about the running back position that I always say is it's the one position where you expect rookies to come out of the gate and play great football, where they're in their prime of their careers on their rookie deals. So I definitely feel like he needs to play a little faster in the NFL. That's just an expectation I have from him. Not really like a weakness, but it's definitely something I'm expecting him to do in order to really become that really good player that we're all expecting him to become. Now let's get into his statistics, man, because his stats are next level. I still can't believe that he put up this great number. So he played 12 games in each of his seasons for freshman year, sophomore year, and junior year. As a freshman, 897 rushing yards, 9 touchdowns, 4.8 yards per attempt, with 23 receptions and 252 yards through the air and 1 touchdown. Now, a sophomore year, 1,572 rushing yards, 21 rushing touchdowns, 5.6 yards per attempt. And then on the receiving end, he had 23 receptions, 180 receiving yards, and 2 receiving touchdowns. And then his junior year, 12 games played, 1,472 rushing yards and 20 touchdowns again, 5.8 yards per attempt, 36 receptions and 302 yards through the air and 3 touchdowns. So obviously he got more involved in the passing game as a junior. So I mean, these numbers just jump out to you. I mean, are you kidding me? Back-to-back years of 20 plus touchdowns. Yeah, that's called getting the record that I was telling you guys about, 24 straight games with a touchdown. That is ridiculous. He finds the end zone. He knows how to get in the end zone, which is just remarkable. I mean, these numbers are just like absolutely ridiculous in my opinion. Now, if you want to go over his combine numbers, 5'11", 217 pounds is what he weighed in at. 31 1/4 inch arms, 9 3/4 inch hands, a 4.39 40, a 40-yard vertical, and 126 broad. So he's a freak athlete. He lit up the combine. He definitely was a guy that a lot of scouts were looking forward to see in the combine. He did not disappoint at all. And some expectations I have for Breece Hall in his rookie season is be the most productive rookie running back in his class. I know Kenneth Walker is a guy that might get a lot of playing time in Seattle. He's a very good rookie running back as well. But I do expect Breece Hall to be one of those guys that establishes himself as the top rookie running back this year, because we hear everybody say that Hall's the best rookie running back. He has everything you want in a running back. So let's see it actually happen on the field. After the season, we can all say with a straight face that, yep, Hall is an absolute stud. I also am expecting him to be heavily involved in the offense right out of the gate. I do think that he's going to be averaging 15 to 20 carries per game, getting like 5 targets per game in the pass game as well. I definitely feel like Mike LaFleur is going to feature him a lot. Another thing is I want him to establish himself as the next top running back in the NFL. Now, this might be, me reaching for an expectation, like this is what we all want, right? But I genuinely believe that Breece Hall has what it takes to become one of those rookie running backs where entering year number 2, everyone's like, wow, Breece Hall is a player that could really take off and be one of the best running backs in the league. Because like I said earlier, guys, I feel like rookie running backs or running backs on the rookie deal rather are in their prime immediately. It's really rare that you get a running back get a second contract and it's paid a lot of money, because the running back position, as we all know, is becoming devalued. So I think after this season, I'm expecting everyone to look at Breece Hall as one of the next big time running backs in the NFL in terms of the young guys. And then the last thing in terms of stats, I'm expecting to have at least 800 rushing yards and 200 receiving yards, which would come out to 1,000 yards at the line of scrimmage and around 7+ total touchdowns, that being through the air and through the ground. I think that's a realistic expectation from him. If he gets these numbers, that's a stellar rookie season. So that's definitely something I want to see from him doing. And then when it comes to a player comparison, now some of you guys would be like, really? You have to say this name? Yes, Le'Veon Bell. Now, I'm not comparing Breece Hall to Le'Veon Bell on the Jets, okay? I'm comparing them in their college days. If you watch Le'Veon Bell at Michigan State, it really does remind me of Breece Hall, because what Breece Hall has is everything Le'Veon Bell had in college. The vision, the power. Breece Hall might be a little faster than Le'Veon Bell was, but the patience is another huge factor that I've noticed in Breece Hall's game that reminds me a lot of Le'Veon Bell, especially Le'Veon Bell in his prime on the Steelers. Like if Breece Hall becomes Le'Veon Bell on the Steelers without, him trying to go out there and sit out and all that stuff, I feel like we're in good hands if Breece Hall could do anything close to what Le'Veon Bell did when he was on the Pittsburgh Steelers on that rookie contract. So that's my player comparison, and that's really it for my Breece Hall rookie profile. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about Hall down below in the comments. Anything that you guys agree with me or disagree with, I would love to hear what you guys have to say. I love breaking down these rookies. I'm excited to break down Jeremy Ruckert on the next video here on Jets Media. So that does it for this one, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Let's go Jets. Peace.